to J Progress Entertainment. Panic, 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 panic. There couldn't be any more panic than it already is. Immigrant visas suspended for 75 countries. 75 countries affected by the immigrant visa suspension. But the main concern is for our little island, Jamaica. But if Jamaica has such a great relationship with America, why was Jamaica placed on the list? I think that's some of the bigger questions out there right now. Because diplomatic ties, the relationship with Jamaica and America has always been great. Usually when you hear of anything with visa suspension or they have restrictions on them, certain way people from those countries would be more unlikely some of these Muslim countries, some of the countries whom America would have had conflict with in the past for whatever reason, could be war, political differences or whatever. Those would have been the most countries you would expect a suspension or anything. Why Jamaica though? One of the big things which America outlined is because of public benefit, right? Public benefit. So according to America, they have suspended immigrant visas indefinitely. But I can assure you now, it is just a big word used to scare you people. The panic that is happening now, that is exactly what that word was used for, indefinitely. Listen, the laws of America does not allow the State Department to suspend immigrant visas indefinitely. It does not allow America to do that. And when you use the term indefinitely in any statement, the first shockwave it will send across is that this may not come back on board. Like this could be forever. There is no time limit, whatever. But let me tell you this. Give or take, just from my knowledge of everything, give or take, the longest this could last is potentially 6 to 7 months. Because remember, you have immigrant groups and all these people who obviously lawsuits would be packing up already. There is probably already lawsuits being filed. And this will be overturned because the laws of America does not give the State Department or even the President of America the powers to suspend or ban. It's not a ban. Suspend immigrant visas indefinitely. Indefinitely could pretty much say, well, it's not coming back on board. And that's not the case. Work with the word suspension. And that's going to only be for a limited amount of time. It has to be for no longer than 6 to 7 months. Because laws are there in the book. And I'll tell you what. How long have they been fighting for? They wanted to ban citizenship rights. So if you were born in the country from parents who are not citizens or do not have documentation, so birthright citizenship, they wanted to ban that. Has that gone through fully? Because there are laws in the book, regardless of whatever you see happening, there are laws in the book that governs America, which, yes, you can violate them, but they will be overturned. They are within their right to suspend immigrant visas for up to 6 to 7 months. They are within their right. And I give or take, the longest it will be is just before summertime. Just before summertime, it will be. And also, winter season is one of the most how would I put this now? Winter season is when all the public benefits are more exhausted in America. People get sick. Things are happening. That is happening. Especially now, you know, some people are entitled to certain things and they do not have documentation. Then there is a pressure. And again, there are other underlying things to this suspension. I'll ask you guys, have you guys noticed that Guyana is not on the list? Have you guys noticed that Trinidad and Tobago is not on the list? And I'll ask you guys now, do you guys even realize that what country assisted America in what happened in Venezuela? Which CARICOM countries assisted America with what happened in Venezuela? Notice the countries that are not on the list, the CARICOM countries. And go and look. Notice the countries that are among those 75 countries that has their immigrant visas suspended. And have back a look and see who assisted America in their efforts in Venezuela just the other day. And that will tick a little light bulb in your head. Ask yourself the question, if the CARICOM countries were happy with what happened with Venezuela. A few of them spoke out. Fine. All right, for the scare, it is immigrant visas, issuance. Like, if it's an issuance, it's not anything to worry about, because at the end of the day, people can still make their petition application. You can still make it. But what it means is that you will not be getting any reply anytime soon. Usually, people filing for people to America, whether it's marriage-based or anything like that, if it's your child, your parents, or it's through marriage-based green card or anything like that, then it would take around 2 years to 2.5 years. Now, that 2 years, 2.5 years can be 3 years or more, because there'll be a lot of pushback. People waiting for answers. They will not be getting any answer anytime soon. So if you had already made preparation because you're filing for someone and whatever, you made preparation, you sell things, you prepare for this, you prepare for that, and ready up yourself to go away because you have had a reply before and you have done this and you have done that. Once you were not issued the visa to travel to America, you can't take your mind off of it right now. You can't take your mind off of it. Your waiting time has just gone up to about 6 months or more. So you can go and relax. Even if you did get close and just the last lap you were in the pan to fly out. If you never did get the visa yet, you can go sit down and spend some more time and relax. Keep your job. Keep your place where you rent and live. Because this is definitely going to affect Jamaica in some ways. Non-immigrant visas are still active. Student visa, study visa, temporary work visa, visiting visa, these are still active, and this is why it's not a ban. It's a suspension of immigrant visa. Immigrant visas are people who have the intent or who are going to live in America as a permanent residence. People who would have been issued a green card upon arriving in America. Just like when I was here, it's been a long time when I see me over here for immigration topic, you know. Because I was elsewhere, I was engaging in other things. You understand? Like the Jaden Smith case and the hurricane relief and all of these things. So it's been a long time I haven't touched the immigration topic. But then again, after seeing the suspension and Jamaica is on the list, me say, oh God, man. Me know my people, they must have get all different kind of information from everywhere, and the panic and the craziness must have just set in. But there shouldn't be a panic. Don't let the suspended indefinitely scare you. The intent is to scare you. Just remember that. The intent is to cause chaos and scare you, so people, so that they can remove that thing, like once them file for you, we get through, once you have no criminal record and this and that and all these things, and you can just go foreign and this and that and go live and get a green card and Ray. If you guys remember, they published something about 4 months ago. And when they published that, I think I'm having a lot of glaze here from the sun, guys. Give me a second. When they published that, guys, yeah, that's better. When they published that, they said Jamaicans were among some of the worst in the ICE detention centers. Jamaicans were among some of the worst illegal immigrants in America. So there has always been eyes on Jamaica, even the good relationship which Jamaica and America has. And we have to know and understand that Jamaica will need to do America a favor during this administration now, for them to be offered some kind of little getaway card, some kind of little green pass, like the likes of Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. Hence why they are not on the list. You understand? We need to know that over the years of us doing this, doing that, and whatever, remember, me tell you already, them not really want we in them country in America. They don't really want us in the country in America. And one of the worst things for them is to see a Jamaican and hear say is an American citizen. That is why them did want to stop birthright citizenship. You have some countries like Jamaica and some continents like Africa, like the African people them, when they reach to these countries, number one, a foothold, me nah left till me a citizen. So one of the worst thing is when them a try to deal with a certain way and you pop out your British, your American passport, or you pop out your green card. You understand me I say? They don't like that. Because you are too equal. So if you have a child who born in America and then go so boom and pop out them green and them American passport, this they know comes from birthright citizenship. So there was a lot of things that they want to stop. And then again too, we have a lot of people from the diaspora, like Jamaica and all the other CARICOM countries, where they are in America and they have already seen on the system that these people are only here for the public benefits. They go home and come back just to get their come on guys, I've long time I haven't been on this topic, so even my brain freeze. So when you get your health benefits them then, or your little whatever you go get. You find out, say, people will travel just to get their medical checkups and their surgeries and do all the things in America. And that's all they'll be there for. And because they are a permanent resident, they would be entitled to public fund and all these kind of things. So if you ever get your food stamp, if you ever get this, if you ever get that, you understand what I mean? So things like these, it anger them because we know a lot of people only go to America when they go see them doctor. As them go them doctor, them literally go there just for them doctor and go back home. They know, and they are not living there permanently, but they have permanent status, and that means they would be entitled to certain things. And when they have been doing their checks, they are catching up on a lot of things. People who haven't been here for years still have people collecting their food stamp for them and stuff like that. And these are the little things that take time build up. And anybody will talk against the current administration now. If you do not agree with the current administration now, you're going to find yourself in problems. And a lot of CARICOM countries weren't in agreement with the Venezuela invasion. One of the strong-backed country who was in agreement with that was Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. You understand? So you have to know how this thing works. It's very political, and this is why Jamaicans are feeling the pinch. You would have thought, then why would you suspend the ones who are going the legal route and file them petition and all these kind of things and do what they need to do? Processing is still going on. So processing hasn't been stopped. Because think about it. If they do not process the papers that are already there, when they lift this suspension, they'll have a massive, massive backlog. Processing is still going on, but no decisions will be made. You're not getting no approval. So anybody, so if you did married to a woman in America and I wait for go and you never did get back a response, you need to wait about another year. You need to wait about another year. Because you not get back a reply no time soon. That's all it means. The issuing of immigrant visa has been suspended. That's all it means. They not issue no more yet. And they can only suspend it for up to 6 months to 7 months. It won't be suspended for the entire year. You don't ask me get them information from you. Because if you go back, go check, I don't know who over here who was watching my immigration coverage when them just roll out the ice them. I have told you guys many things. And I have told you guys how useless green cards will be. And I have told you guys that green cards will become just like a regular visiting visa, a non-immigrant visa. I've told you guys everything from the get-go. A lot of people, them tell me, say, me never did know me a chat, say, me don't know this, me don't know that. But now, a lot of things them can see for themselves. And when they were asking me, me is not an immigration lawyer, me is this, and I can state it clear as a disclaimer. I am not an immigration advisor, I am not an immigration lawyer, or anything of that matter. I am just purely a content creator who reads a lot, research a lot, and I search for what I need to know, which most of the average person wouldn't be searching for because they wouldn't have any interest in it. However, for myself, I have interest in immigration in all the countries. So there will be a lot that I know and I look for, which a lot of people wouldn't go and search for, unless you were an immigration advisor or an immigration lawyer. Then maybe they would be going through all of that. But I tend to look for stuff that they look for. Simple as that. But now, I am only here to say, guys, the panic is not necessary. Yes, anybody who did a file for them pitney at Jamaica, any man who did a file for them woman, any woman who did a file for them man, anybody who did a file for them mother, them father, whoever, please just know that they won't be issuing any immigrant visa anytime soon. And give or take, this will take us up to about summertime. It can happen next month. Because I guarantee you that there's a lot of dialoguing going on right now with immigration groups and all these kind of people. And, you know, a lot of lawsuits would already been drafted up to go to the State Department. And there's a lot of things that is going to overturn. And everybody know what this administration is like. One thing happened this month, then change it the next month. Then them do this month, then change it. And everything. And one of the biggest things is that this came out of nowhere. And I think that was the shocker. They bring it out of nowhere for people to start think and know that the immigration policies in America is getting very, very, very serious. Just like when they roll out ICE. Look how many people have been detained by ICE we have to get released. They weren't meant to be detained in the first place. But so they have to release them back. But they wanted, the scare is already done with ICE. ICE scare off everybody in America right now. Everybody's scared in America when they come on to ICE. It is the same effort being made here with the suspension of immigrant visas. They cannot suspend it indefinitely like where they must say. They can only suspend it for a limited amount of time in the better part of 6 or 7 months, the longest on the scale. So listen as I tell you right now. By summer, beer, them have to free up this. This have to free up back before summer time. But how it affects people who have, and I think a lot of people want to know this. How will this affect me then? Because a lot of people are bringing the story to you guys, but they are not telling you guys what will happen after this. And this is what I am here to tell you guys. Yes, you are within your right to be panicked, because this is exactly why they did what they did. To panic. Breaking the stereotype of thinking that, oh yes, man, I can just file for this person and that person. They can come into America, live, and they are entitled to this, they are entitled to that, public benefit, public fund, all of these things. They are breaking that. So this is just a way of the administration exercising their power, what they can and cannot do. It's within their right. They can. They more than can suspend immigrant visa, but only for a limited amount of time. Don't take into account the word indefinite. Because when a person hears the word indefinite, he say, oh God, them not carry this back into the system. America cut off people, then can't file for nobody again. No. I am here to tell you, no. It's not a ban. It's only a suspension. And it's not indefinite, as they say. And they use the indefinite word lightly with a heavy impact. Let me clarify that for you. When I say they use the indefinite word lightly, they just chuck it out there easy enough, because their intent is to create panic. And they know using indefinite would create a panic and everybody go crazy. Say, Lord God, all the money, my mother can't bother come here. My husband can't bother come here. My wife can't bother come here. My pitney can't bother come here. This and that and all these kind of things. Everybody get panic, and that was the intent. But guess what? Using indefinite in this situation in the right terminology would suggest that this now come back in, you know. There will be no decision made on this again. So we are just suspending this and it won't come back in no time at all soon. But mind you, they won't go past 6 months. Legally, within the laws of America, they are not allowed to suspend these visas because within the law of America, according to them, it's a fair country. And the State Department, even within their budget markup and everything, they are meant to issue X amount of visas over a period of time. Don't you guys remember when they had the Muslim ban? When they say, this said administration banned Muslim visas, it was overturned because you cannot ban a country from all visa category. You cannot do it. Yes, they did it, but it was an exercise of power and then it was overturned. Because in the law book in America, you cannot do it. There are laws governing this country, constitutional laws. You can go against the Constitution, but then whatever you do will just be overthrown. So now, yes, they suspend immigrant visas, but not indefinitely as they say. It's just a short, limited time. 6 months, max. By summer, this is all back in and even before. This suspension will not last 6 months. And listen, you can say J Progress when telling you this. The only fear me can say to you is that the plan we did have when it happen before, when it happen this year, in terms of immigration preparation, because you're filing for somebody or somebody filing for you, you can start looking at it for next year. Because let me read Beverly comment. Beverly comment say immigrants are also going to be heavily screened for skills, reading ability, and being able to speak English. A lot of Jamaican men can't read and have no skills, so Trump want to turn them away. That they can always implement more stringent requirements. They have all right to do that. They can change that anytime, Beverly. You know, and a lot of countries do that. For example, like the UK. You know, if you're coming from a country that is not an English-speaking country, it's a requirement that you need to be able to speak English to pass a written and English language exam. You're gonna have to be able to pass it. You know, so to make adjustment to the laws, that's no problem, but that's not what they did. They suspend it. They could have made it a lot more difficult. They could have made it a lot more difficult. You understand? Denise Parks, yeah, written and oral English exam for the UK. But what I mean is, they could have made the immigrant visas processing a lot more stringent, and they could have made the processing time a bit longer. And did you guys know, if you have applied for your immigrant visa to file for someone and it hasn't come through in X and X time, of course you can raise a lawsuit. Yes, and force the State Department to reply. So there are rules there for all of these things. And not just the country not just run so anybody around the country do anything with them want. In some areas, you can make any decision and they stay. But let me tell you, by summer, this free up. The longest, the maximum end of this suspension is July. The maximum end of this suspension is July, going into August. Because this is why the suspension takes effect at the end of January. The suspension takes effect at the end of January, the 21st or something like that, ending the ending of the month. So give or take, just July, ending of July, going into the proper summer, would have already been in summer for July. So you could say the middle of summer. But this will not last into August. I don't can remember say J Progress when telling you. And now, because I've left immigration so long, and I have been getting, listen to me, I had to come back over here because the amount of message when me I get, guys, me can tell you right now, it's crazy. The amount of message that I am getting. Me have like 57 messages now from my WhatsApp just relating to the immigration. So me say, Lord gosh, I want me, you know, so me have to go over there go touchy. So this is the reason why I'm here to clarify a lot of things. Because during the time of the ICE raids and everything, I have brought a lot of clarity to immigration, which I'm break it down to my people them level. No speaky, spokey, fancy, dancy, blah, blah, blah term. The raw barber way where my people them can understand it. And now, that's why I come now with the immigrant visa suspension. I can break it down to you guys now and say, the intent was to create a panic. So people start taking into consideration that even now, them start worrying now, you know. Let me tell you, the other worry is how many people citizenship will be overturned. And that not going to happen either. You understand? What will happen though, you'll find that a lot of people applying for citizenship in America won't get it. It will be denied. You understand? Unless they can see you as a person who is in a proper job and all of these things. But if you are in the country in America right now, and you are not working, you are of a certain age, this, that, blah, 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 you may find it difficult for them to approve your citizenship. You may find it difficult because this is what the administration is running from. But let me tell you something. These moves are usually political moves. So give and take, if this administration removed from power, comes the next election, a lot of things immigration-wise will change again. Because that's just how immigration work. The administration do what they want to do. But to be so panicked, the only thing you have to think, say, that's why I want to remove the panic. Don't be panicked, but all I'm telling you now is that the processing will be a lot longer. You have to go put another 6 months to a year for your processing time. So if you had submitted your petition, say you have just submitted it the last 2 months then. You submitted last year, November. It would be in processing. Usually, this would take 2 years to just over 2 years. Right? So now, you have to go just know, say, about 3 years it will take. Because the suspension now is going to push it all the way back to about 6 months. So more than likely that will roll over into 3 years because they're going to have a backlog. And what this does for them as well, it slows down the process, the immigration process for the USCIS. So they can thoroughly investigate applications and they can revisit. I have said to you guys before that a lot of marriage-based green card were going to be revisited if they were bona fide and genuine in obtaining them. A lot of these are going to be revisited. So what this does is slow down the process for the USCIS. The administration has given them that benefit. So it slows down the process for them so they can better go through all their immigration issues thoroughly. Anybody with them revoke them visa, revoke them green card, all these things is going to be happening now because they will have the time. Because now the manpower has been stretched. Remember, all of these immigration agencies were given the power to detain and arrest if you're not no paperwork in the country. So their manpower has been stretched. Because most of the work, immigration-wise, was being done with boots on the ground. Like ICE and all the other special agencies are part of detaining and arresting people who are undocumented or have visa issues. So now they are being focusing on the office workers now. So the USCIS have more time to process all the applications they have properly, especially the ones that are done in the country. And they can go back over all the visas that they have issued, revisit them, examine them to ensure that they have issued them correctly. So I just that really a go on right now. And remember, the political side of stuff is anybody who goes against this administration will feel the pinch. For example, now, a statement was just made by this administration that anybody who opposes the overtaking of Greenland, which America wants now, any country that doesn't support that move, they will be hit with a tariff. Any country that didn't support Venezuela invasion, they are on the bad list. Hence why you see a lot of country on it, and then you see some other country not depend on it. And some countries who we know definitely assisted, like providing air support, providing open waters, and all of these things. So guys, we can remove the panic. And you guys can look forward for a few more updates on this matter, because I am going to monitor this matter and keep you guys updated to see if I can calm the panic. But rest assured, guys, this will be back this year. It cannot be suspended. Somebody asked a question. If your green card expire and you renew your green card, how long it take to process now? It should, remember now, if you're doing a renewal because your green card expire, you won't have an issue. It's what the issue is, and this is why they say the issuance of visas for immigrants, right? If you have a green card in America now, it means that you would have already gone through all of this process of trying to get into America, because you do not get a green card until you're on American soil. And that would be after you have been issued your immigrant visa and you give your package and which you hand over to customs and whoever border, whoever you have to give to, and get in the country, and then your green card come to you. So renewing your green card, it's no problem. Anybody who already have their status in America should not be affected. You already have permanent status, you already have green card, you already have this. You should not be affected. The process remains the same. Your green card expire, you just renew your green card, problem solved. But for people who now are putting in their petition to get their family members, their spouse, or whoever in the country, that's where the problem is, because they are not issuing any more visas. This is not about green card people now, because green card people in the country already, you live, you work, you pay tax, you contribute, you are right. You would have come like your driver's license expire. You just go renew your driver's license then. You know, you have no issue, you have no criminal record, you have nothing, then your green card just renew as usual. And my people are right there so with them. But everybody, big up on yourself. It's a short one for now. And like me said, I'm gonna keep an eye on this issue, and I will update you guys as I go along. So people who can tune in. I wanna know me go to work already. Me break it right down as best as how me can. And remember, me always get some information from some place in a some time before one of people. So no don't wonder where me get it from, how me get it, or if I lie, or if I true. One thing I always say to you guys, we just look and we see. Because anything when me tell you no, anybody can go back, go watch all of my immigration video them. I want to check and compare if anything when me tell you no in my immigration video them, if they not play right out. Hold on. I see a message here say, but I think this message is for Garcia. I didn't see Garcia question, but I see Solna responding to Garcia. So I couldn't get on that. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me again. And you guys can stay tuned. So, yes, me they are back again on the immigration topic because the people might reach out to me. And they must say, boy, J Progress, when I was watching your coverage on the immigration and the whole ICE and all of that, I think I was most informed. I mean, like how you break it down and dissect it. So, them request me again, so me have to there again. Because I want to see a couple, about 2 days or 3 days now, this news break, And me not touch it, because I have been busy working on the Jaden Smith case. You understand? That's where I have been working and still working, But I know I'm going to juggle both of them. I'm going to touch a little bit of immigration and do a bit of Jaden Smith. Because I don't know, me have people where look to J Progress for different things. Who no want them tailpipe story, who no want them foreign story cautionary tales, who them want them immigration, them want them Jaden Smith, them want them everything. So me have to try to please my audience as best as possible. When me get certain messages and they start pile up, me know say, you know what? You need to go address the people them know. So this is why I'm here today. But everybody, big up on yourself again. Love and love alone. One J Progress Entertainment and no other. Believe.